You thought buying a home was difficult? Now try selling and buying a home at the same time and making sure they close concurrently. Like, it is complicated, so you need somebody like myself to guide you through it. All right, so a few things have to happen before you make that decision. Step one, how much money are you making profit from the sale of your home? And that is calculated by me going to your house, seeing the condition, running the comps, and then after title, escrow, and commissions are paid, letting you know how much your net is, how much money is going in your pocket. The second thing is I need to make sure all that money stays in your pocket. In other words, I need to make sure you don't have to give any of that money to Uncle Sam. So we gotta see where you're there more than 2 years, is it a primary residence, that kind of thing. And we can help answer those questions, so don't stress about it. Once you learn how much money you have, now we gotta pre-qualify you with the lender. Why? You gotta know how much it's gonna cost to buy your dream home. Let's assume that you're gonna make, you're selling your house for $650,000. And let's assume that your profit is $400,000. That is how much money is in your pocket after it's said and done. And let's say you wanna buy a home for $800,000 in Riverside, Corona, wherever. Well, we gotta make sure A, you qualify for the $800,000 home, and B, what's your payment? You gotta know your numbers before you pull the trigger. So now you know how much money you're making from the house. Now let's find out how much it's gonna cost you to buy your new home. So we set up an appointment with one of my lenders. If you have one, great. If not, I'm more than happy to refer some out to you. You sit down and they tell you your payment's gonna be $3,500 if you put $400,000 down, and you qualify for $850,000 based on that down payment. Well, now you know how much you made. Now you know that you can afford to buy your new home based on, with your new mortgage payment, based on the down payment from the sale of your home. So all that's been done. Step three, now we start looking for homes in that price point. And if you find homes that you would live in, that's the ideal home for you, then you pull the trigger and you sell your home. If the answer is no, if you're looking to buy, for example, in Corona and $850,000 doesn't buy you what you want, then you don't buy. You didn't lose anything. You lost nothing. You never listed the home. So you go through that whole process. Step one, how much you're making from the sale of your house. Step two is how much you qualify for and your new payment's going to be. And all that makes sense. Step three, homes in your price point are there. So all that matches up. So now what do you do? Well, that's where now all the moving around starts. I do an inspection of your home. We get it prepped. Curb appeal, landscaping, paint, decluttering, backyard, all of that. You need to declutter your house. I'm not touching your stuff. But do you need a landscaper? Take care of it. Do you need somebody to do touch-up paints? We'll take care of it. Do you need a cleaning crew to go in there and prep the house because you don't have time because you got 4 kids and both of you work? No problem. We will take care of it at no cost. You heard me. We will take care of it. It's part of the services we offer. Yes! Yeah! So we prep the house. We get the photographer out there. We get the drone guy out there. We get the virtual out there. We do our videos. We set a date to list it. The second that house lists, we can start looking for your dream home. And now we start looking. And now we have 2 moving parts. One moving part is finding a buyer for a house. The second moving part is finding a seller. And they could happen concurrently. The first one can happen while you're waiting for the second one. You might be able to find your dream home while you're looking for a buyer. Don't worry about it. We'll guide you through all of that. That's where we come in. So don't stress about how's that going to work. You are legally protected. The number one question I get is, Paco, what happens if I find a buyer for my house, but I don't find my dream home? Nothing. It's called a contingency. The sale of your home is contingent upon the purchase of your new home and closing concurrently. If you don't find a new home, we just cancel. And the buyer moves on, and that's all there is to it. So you control the time frame of the transaction. You do. Nobody else. 30, 60, 90 days, you control that. And it's all based on how quickly you can find a replacement home, right? That's just the way it is. Once you have the buyer and once you have the seller, then we got to close concurrently. Meaning, I need to be able to close on the sale of your home wire that money over to the new escrow and close within a few days. So then you can then get the U-Haul truck and move it from this home to this home so you're not homeless for a day or two, because it happens. So sometimes we don't have control over things and there's a gap of 3 or 4 days. We just need to work at those details as best we can up front. And that's usually worked out in the contract that they're going to have to wait, that we need 3 days to move out, that kind of thing, right? So it is a complicated process, but the best thing about this process is you have me. I will walk you through it. I will take care of that. I will be the problem solver. You just need to stress about buying your new home. Your biggest thing is, I need to find my new home. That's your focus. I will help you with the rest of the stuff, and packing, of course, because I'm not going to pack your stuff. So, to go ahead and tie this in a little bow, the process is simple. 1, know your numbers. Sale of your home, how much you qualify for. 2, prep your house for sale. 3, put the house on the market, start looking. 4, find a buyer who's going to wait for you to find your replacement property. 5, find a home that you want. 6, close them concurrently. And we help you every step of the way. And if none of that happens, if we can't find a buyer, we can't find the home because of your contingency, no worries, we cancel it all. And you lost nothing but a little time and your house is now clean. All right, guys? So you're thinking of selling your home and buying a bigger home because your kids are getting older, you need a single story because you're getting older and you don't want to go up and down, give me a call. I will walk you through it. I would say about 70% of people I meet with for this process go forward with it, and the other 30% do not because the numbers didn't make sense. The new payment doesn't match, there's not enough money in the down payment, or the home they want to buy in the area, they just can't qualify to buy it. And nothing happened, but at least now they're dealing with facts. As opposed to, well, maybe I could do this. That's not a good philosophy. All right, guys? So as always, this is Paco, the Realtor, broker, owner of RX Real Estate, local expert storytell specialist. Give me a call. Let's talk about it, and let's see if the numbers make sense for you.